Greetings students, today we will be revising the chapter 2 of geography, that is latitudes and longitudes, locating places on the globe. So now first of all we will read the glossary to understand various terms used in the chapter in a better way. So the very first is axis. So axis is an imaginary line on which the earth spins. It is a line running through the center of the earth from north to south pole. Then next is equator. The 0 degree latitude is known as equator. It is an imaginary line that divides the earth into two hemispheres. The upper hemisphere is known as northern hemisphere and the lower hemisphere is known as southern hemisphere. Then globe. As we know, a globe is a spherical or round model of the earth. Then latitude. Latitudes are imaginary line running horizontally across the globe. Longitudes. Longitudes are imaginary line running vertically around the globe. Prime meridian. The 0 degree longitude that passes through Greenwich Mean Time is known as prime meridian. Then Tropic of Cancer. The Tropic of Cancer is at an angular distance of 23.5 degrees north from equator. On 21st June, the sun's rays fall vertically on the Tropic of Cancer. In the northern hemisphere, it is the longest day of the year, therefore, it is known as summer solstice. Then, Tropic of Capricorn. The Tropic of Capricorn is at an angle of 23.5 degrees south from the equator. On 22nd December, the sun's rays fall vertically on the Tropic of Capricorn. In the northern hemisphere, it is the shortest day of the year and it is known as winter solstice. So now let us read about the chapter in brief. A globe is a three-dimensional model of the earth. It rotates on a slanted axis. Then latitude. Latitudes are also known as parallels. Latitudes or parallels are the imaginary lines that run horizontally across the globe. The 0 degree latitude is known as equator, and the equator or the 0 degree latitude divides the earth into two halves, that is into northern and southern hemisphere. Then depending upon the amount of heat received from the sun, the earth is divided into different temperature zones, that is torrid or tropical zone, temperate zone, or frigid or polar climate zone. Then longitudes are also known as meridians. Longitudes are the imaginary lines that are of equal length that runs vertically across the globe. Then the meridian that runs through Greenwich, England is assigned 0 degree. It is called the prime meridian. The earth has been divided into 24 time zones. Each zone differs from its neighbor by 1 hour. Then the international date line is a broken line. It is drawn roughly along the 180-degree meridian. Passengers crossing it gain or lose a day as they move from east to west and from west to east. So, if one crosses this line while moving from west to east, you lose a day. And if one crosses this line while moving from east to west, you gain a day. Now, before coming to multiple choice questions, uh, first see the second true false in your book. In the second true false, it is written all latitudes are of same length, right? So, please mark this as false because all latitudes are not of same length. They decrease in size as it moves from equator to the poles, while on the other hand, just now we have read here that Longitudes or meridians are of equal length that run vertically across the globe. So latitudes are not of equal length, longitudes are of equal length. Please make the required correction in your book. Okay, now let us come to the multiple choice questions. So the very first multiple choice question is, which of these statements is correct? So whenever the question says like to mark which statement is correct, we have to directly jump to the options. So let us read the options very carefully. A option says a globe is more accurate than a map as it follows the curvature of the earth. It is therefore able to give the correct size of the continents and show distances without distortions. While B option say a map is more accurate than a globe as it is drawn very precisely, carefully by cartographers. C option says a map is more accurate than a globe as it is two-dimensional, unlike a globe, and can show us the whole earth at a glance. Is it true? Okay, let us read the D option. A globe is more accurate than a map because it can be turned around its axis just like the real earth. So, what do you think? Which one is the correct? A map is more accurate than globe, or globe is more accurate than map? So we know that globe is more accurate than a map. So which option is correct, A or D? D option says a globe is more accurate than a map because it can be turned around its axis just like the real earth. This is because of which globe is more accurate. Or A option is a globe is more accurate than a map as it follows the curvature of the earth. It is therefore able to give the correct size of continents and show distances without distortion. So as per the reading, it is option A which is correct. Now the second one is the axis of the earth is tilted at an angle of, options are 66.5 degree to the vertical, 23.5 degree to horizontal, 23.5 degree to vertical, or none of the above. So it is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degree to vertical. So the correct option is C, 23.5 degree to vertical. Next, third, when you say that your school lies to the south of the airport, you are giving the options are absolute location of your school, or relative location of your school, or you're just giving location of your school, or you're telling the address of your school. So to give a location of a place, there are two methods. Either we give relative location or the absolute location. The absolute location is recognized by using coordinates of latitude and longitude. So in our question, no coordinates are given, while the relative location is its location to a point in relation to other. So here we are relating our school to the airport. So it is an example of giving relative location of school. So here the correct option is B. It is relative location of your school. B. Then next, lines of latitudes are imaginary lines. So we know that lines of latitudes are imaginary lines that run horizontally across the surface of the earth. Lines of latitudes are also referred to as parallels. They give the north-south coordinates of a place. So here the correct option is A, that lines of latitude are imaginary line that run horizontally across the surface of the earth. Next is the equator is drawn. Okay, so first we know that the equator is an imaginary line that divides the earth into northern and southern hemisphere. It has 0 degree latitude, and equator is drawn around the middle of the globe, right? So here the option says inside the globe, at the top of the globe, around the middle of the globe, or at the bottom of the globe. No, that equator is drawn around the middle of the globe. Then next, sixth one, why is there an unequal distribution of heat energy on the surface of the earth? So here each option has number of sentences, or we can say that each option have a paragraph, so we have to read these paragraphs very carefully. So let us read that. A option says, let us first again, the question says why there is an unequal distribution of heat energy on the surface of the earth. And A option says, the surface of the earth with its high mountains and deep valleys, vast oceans and desert is so varied that the amount of heat energy received by different parts of the earth is unequal. So basically here it is trying to say that because the surface of the earth is so vast, so big, due to which there is unequal um, heat energy received at different places. Or let us read the B option. It says different parts of the earth face the sun for unequal amount of time, thus leading the unequal distribution of heat across the surface of the earth. So here basically they are trying to say that some part of the earth face the sun for a longer period of time, while the other parts of the earth face the sun for shorter period of time. Let us read the C option. Due to the tilted nature of the earth's axis, the angle of incidence of the sun's rays differ from the place to place. The more slanting the rays, the less the heating occurs. This causes the unequal distribution of heat energy across the surface of the earth. Yes, so it is due to the tilted nature of the earth's axis that and the angle of incidence that there is unequal distribution of heat energy on the surface of the earth, right? Okay, now the next one is the torrid zone lies between the. So for this, let us see the figure of the temperature zone of the earth. So this is the figure. It is given in our books on page number 12, and I hope you must have also drawn this figure in your copies also. So here this figure shows the temperature zones of the earth. On the topmost, and here on the topmost and the most bottom, it is frigid zone. After frigid zone, it is temperate zone. Here after frigid there is temperate zone, and in between the temperate zone it is torrid zone here with yellow color. And here we can clearly see Arctic Circle, Tropic of Cancer, Equator, Tropic of Capricorn, and Antarctic Circle. And we can notice that the torrid zone here, this was a torrid zone, yellow color. So the torrid zone lies between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So let us come to our MCQ. So here the correct option is A, as the torrid zone lies between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Now the eighth one is the prime meridian. So we know that prime meridian is a 0-degree longitude. It passes through Greenwich in England. It divides the earth into eastern and western hemisphere. So here the correct option is B, that the prime meridian passes through Greenwich, England, where the British Royal Observatory is located. Right? Now the ninth question. Ninth question is, or the ninth MCQ is, in 1878, Sir Sandford Fleming divided the world into, and the options are 24 time zones, 12 time zones, 360 time zones, or none of the above. So we have read that Sir Sandford Fleming developed the system of worldwide time zone that we still use today. He proposed that the world be divided into 24 time zones. Each time zone is separated by 15 degree of longitude. So here the correct option is A, that Earth is divided into 24 time zones. So the correct option is A. Next, why did India adopt the Indian Standard Time IST? So we know that there are several longitudes passing through India. There would be great confusion if each place in the country followed its local time. If each place would have followed its local time, it would not be possible to prepare a common railway or rail lines timetable for the country. And if each place were to follow a different local time, it would be a lot of confusion. So to avoid this confusion, most countries follow a standard time. And here, let on our MCQ number 10, let us read the option that why did the India adopt the Indian Standard Time? To avoid the confusion that would be caused if every place in India followed its own local time, to be able to prepare a common railway or rail line timetable for the whole country, to enable the smooth and efficient administration of the country. So, and the option all of the above. So here the correct option is D. It is all of the above. IST is followed to avoid confusion, to prepare a common railway or rail line timetable to administer the country. So it is all the above. Now the time difference between GMT and IST is, so here GMT stands for Greenwich Mean Time and IST stands for Indian Standard Time. Since India is to the east of Greenwich, IST is 5.5 hours ahead of GMT. So here the correct option is D, 5.5 hours. Now 12th one is, if a person crosses the international date line while moving from west to east, he or she, options are gains a day or loses a day, neither loses a day or nor gains a day or gains an hour. So we know that international date line is an internationally agreed time change line. If one crosses this line while moving from west to east, you lose a day. I repeat that if we move from west to east, we lose a day. And if one crosses this line while moving from east to west, we gain a day. So here we are moving from here in 12th one we are moving from west to east. So when we move from west to east, we loses a day. So here correct option is B. Now 13th, 1 degree of longitude is equal to, so for this let me show you my notebook. So we know that the earth complete a rotation in 24 hours and one rotation is equal to 360 degree of longitude. So every hour the earth rotates. When we divide 360 degree with 24 hours, so every hour the earth rotates 15 degrees. And if you want to find out that 1 degree of latitude, how much time the 1 degree of latitude takes, so we divide 1 hour or 60 minutes with 15 degree, so we get 4 minutes. So students, also note this equation or this whole thing in your copy, in your fair notebooks also. Okay, so let us come back to our MCQ. So just now we have seen that 1 degree of longitude is equal to 4 minutes of time. So here the correct option is B, 4 minutes of time. Then the last one, the meridian that passes through Greenwich is called. So we know that prime meridian is a 0 degree longitude that passes through the Greenwich in England, and it divides the earth into eastern and western hemisphere. So here the meridian that passes through Greenwich is called the prime meridian, and the correct option is B, the prime meridian.